just always had something to tinker with, always wanted something to mess with. And growing up, you know, my family didn't have a lot of money. My dad was a police officer. My mom worked for the phone company. You know, if I wanted something different, I had to work for it, had to earn it, and got tired of messing with that, wanted to mess with something else. So I was, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old, and I was into BMX bikes. Your family always asks, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And I told each family member I wanted a different bicycle part. And so on Christmas, I get all these different bicycle parts, open it all up, and I go in there in my bedroom and start putting it all together. And I remember my dad poking his head in there, and he goes, you're never gonna get that thing together. And a couple hours later, I had it all together and I was outside riding. So I originally started as a mechanic. I was still in high school. You know, I'd get out early for the, you know, work release or whatever you call it program. And my senior year in high school, I worked at a service station working on cars and doing maintenance and stuff on cars. And that was my beginning. I went to work for a company called Super Shops. It was hot rod parts. They sold performance parts, tires. I worked my way up pretty quick to assistant manager, and I loved it. It was my favorite job. It's a 1970 Super Bee. It originally had a 383 and a 727 transmission. Now it has a late model 6.4 Hemi and a A518 overdrive in it. Spent a lot of time over the last few months putting this thing together. You know, yeah. You know, with the hood shut and you walk up to the car, I wanted it to look stock. Look like nothing had been done to it, but have something that is a lot more drivable. Cruising down 121, you know, 60 miles an hour, running 2,000 RPMs. Was not possible before with the engine and stuff that's in it. Some people love doing a resto mod and putting a Gen 3 Hemi in it, and other people are like, oh, why are you doing that? You know, and at the end of the day, it's like, well, it's mine. Man, it's just really cool when you can take something that's either broken and fix it, or you take something that's just kind of normal and you soup it up. When you start out with something that's nice to begin with, the finished product is always that much nicer. Right, and I think that's a lot of the philosophy, you know, that we have at QCG when we're looking at shops is, hey, we're looking for, you know, the best of the best. When you're making decisions, you understand what the downstream effects of those decisions are and understand who it impacts. And that's really our number one focus, you know, is making sure that we take care of the teams at the shops, because without them, you know, none of us have jobs, right? I mean, that's the backbone of the company. That is the company.